Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to another Marvel vs. unboxing. This is for Thunderbolts, Part 3 in the Civil War storyline. So Volume 4, issue number 6. You can check out the Civil War battles video for the first one. I explained how what Civil War was about. You can check out the second set, which is Secret Avengers. This has two new teams. We have the Pro Registration, which is Iron Man, and Anti-Registration, which is Captain America. The base game has a deck for each. Secret Avengers has more Captain America. This has more Iron Man team. And we kind of went over this in the other videos, but we'll go over it again just in case you didn't watch them first. But we have AKA, or also known as. So there's going to be characters that have dual identities. So like Venom is also Scorpion. So he counts as both Venom and Scorpion for supporting card bonuses and for uniqueness. So you can only include 4 Scorpions and 4 Venoms total. So if you have one of these cards that have Venom and Scorpion, you can only have, if you have 2 of them, you can have 2 other Venoms or 2 other Scorpions or 1 Venom, 1 Scorpion. Because they're all the same character. And then we also have mantles, which are, using Venom again, is the same name character, but it's a different version or a different person. So there's like Eddie Brock Venom, and then there's Scorpion Venom. So they actually act as separate characters as long as they have that star. And then we'll look at the other stuff on here as we get to it, the little things. So this set is the Thunderbolts. So superhero team over the willing hands of the masters of, the Thunderbolts, masters of evil. Treacherous tactics and motivations abound as powerful team reformed. Villains joins their deck to dish out some justice. So at one point, Iron Man started recruiting the Thunderbolts, which were notoriously made up of former villains or sometimes current villains, just repurposed to be Thunderbolts. Like hire them out to help capture superheroes. Essentially like, hey, you guys help us and capture these other superheroes. We need some more power on our side. So we'll use essentially villains to help us out. And that's where things started getting a little bit shady on Iron Man's side. It's a neat way to include the Thunderbolts. Much like the Secret Avengers, or not the Secret Avengers, the Young Avengers, I wish they would have been their own team, especially Thunderbolts, because there's been so many Thunderbolt characters over the years. They could have easily been their own team. And again, they always can do that later and have alternate versions of them. So let's jump in and see who we have. We have Helmut Zemo. Filling the ranks. Put the supporting character at the cost of 1 from your hand on your side. And then filing rank. When a supporting character at the cost of 1 on your side appears on your side, Helmut Zemo gains 1 XP. And then we have Stolen Moonstones. Enemy front row supporting characters don't protect characters this turn. And then we have Miss Marvel. Energy Discharge. Put 3+1 counters on Miss Marvel. She can only pay for this power with blue from a location that has appeared on your side this turn. And then Energy Manipulator. When a location with a blue symbol appears on any side, or a character on your side uses one, she gains 1 XP. When she levels up, Improved Energy Discharge. Put 6 counters on her, and she can only pay for it with a blue location that appeared on your side this turn. Our third main character, our last one for the small set, is Wasp. Shrink. When Wasp gets attacked for the first time each turn, you may cancel combat. And Buzz Off. When Wasp gets attacked, she gains 1 XP. And then her level up is she also gets Grow. When she gets attacked for the first time each turn, you may have her gain 5/5 this combat. So you can cancel it, or you can make her a 10/10. Our first supporting character, and like usual, unless stated otherwise, we have 4 copies. We have Agent 13, which is kind of a surprise that she would go against Captain America. But we have Sharon Carter. Shield training. KO a supporting character or equipment with a cost of 1 or less. Then we got some of the Thunderbolts. We have Bullseye. Sniper. Bullseye can range attack protected characters. Dr. Octopus. Brilliant Scientist. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, then put 1 into your hand and shuffle the rest into your deck. Green Goblin. The Goblin formula. Heal 1 wound from Green Goblin and then put a +1/+1 counter on him. Lady Deathstrike. Martial artist. She has +2/+2 in melee combat and adamantium nails. Each enemy character's defense can't be higher than its printed defense while in melee combat with Lady Deathstrike. We have Helmut Zemo's support card. Violent. When attacking a supporting character, Helmut Zemo strikes with double his attack. Taskmaster. Martial Arts. Master Martial Arts has +4/+4 in melee. Predict physical movement. When Taskmaster enters melee combat, he gains all printed keyword powers of all other supporting characters in combat. Radioactive Man. Radiation Absorption. When Radioactive Man powers up, put an extra +1/+1 counter for each superpower on your side. Songbird, one of the original Thunderbolts. Acoustic Kinesis. When Songbird appears, choose 1. Sonic Force Field. Choose another character on your side. That character can't be struck this turn. Or Sonic Platform. This turn, other characters have flying while in her row. And we have Venom with Scorpion. Berserker. When Venom attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on him. And Symbiosis. Venom can have and gain +1/+1 counters while stunned. And then our last support character is Ragnarok. So this is the robotic clone of Thor who killed Goliath, Bill Foster. Lethal. If Ragnarok would defeat a supporting character, KO it. Codename Lightning. Put 4 -1/-1 counters on enemy supporting character, which is exactly the amount of health Goliath has, and it kills him, which is a big change. So it's also neat is the different characters in here. Some of them become the, this after Civil War is the Secret Invasion, so the heroes start fighting each other in the Secret Invasion. The Skrulls, and then eventually Norman Osborn stops that. He kills the Skrull Queen, and then he takes over Avengers and S.H.I.E.L.D., and he becomes Hammer. And then he turns lots of these Thunderbolts that were on this team into the Dark Avengers. And we'll see more of them if you check out the Utopia battle set, where it's Norman Osborn's Dark Avengers and Hammer versus the X-Men's Resistance. So it's kind of another Civil War, but this time it's with essentially villains versus X-Men. So then we also have a one-of-a-kind plot twist, Superhuman Registration Act. So we only have one of these in the deck. Main, choose an enemy supporting character with a superpower, put it in its owner's hand. And then we have 4 copies of equipment. We have Tranquilizer Gun. We're trying to save lives. Equipped character has ranged, and when it makes an ranged attack against an enemy character who has a superpower, you may daze that character. So that is fun. So let's look at some of our keywords here, or our just reminder stuff. Adamantium Nail ignores the effects. Increases the defense for enemy characters in melee combat, even +1/+1 counters, and even effects that would resolve as part of the combat twist. Songbird. If she chooses Sonic platform, the effect will continue even if she's turned face down. This doesn't make a lot of sense, I guess, but... And then finally, Taskmaster. He gains... The character he gains them from doesn't lose them. He's just copying their powers. He can gain flying and range as their keyword powers. They just use icons instead of text. He also gains powers from your characters while he's melee team attacking. And there is our list of cards. So that was a little bit quicker video, but that's alright. Just the Thunderbolts. So we get some new interesting main characters. Bunch more bad guys that we can play as that aren't. We get bad guys that are listed as good guys, which are kind of interesting. So you got bad guys fight good guys and good guys fight bad guys. Yeah, some fun, interesting characters in there. Some neat abilities. I really wish Thunderbolts was its own team. Again, they have potential. They can always do that later on and make one, because there was the original Thunderbolts, which was like Songbird, Fixer, Citizen V, Atlas, Mach 5. I guess it was Mach 1 at the time. But yeah, which are the original Masters of Evil that became heroes. But then over time, their teams slowly changed, and then there was several other like big known incarnations. There was a team with like Mr. Hyde and Troll and a couple other characters that did some time traveling. I think not Boomer, it was Frost. What's his name? Oh, I can't remember. There's Blizzard was one of them. There's a couple of characters that did some time traveling and stuff. There was a couple of teams in between there. There's Norman Osborn's team of Thunderbolts, which also became the Dark Avengers. There was a different time traveling team of like alt characters, which had like Thor Ragnarok, the Ragnarok Thor, with some of the Iron Spidey clones, a couple other different characters like that were interesting. They went to different alternate timelines instead of time traveling to alternate timelines. And then there was like later on there was like Thunderbolt Ross's the Red Hulk's team, which was like Punisher, Elektra, Deadpool, Ghost Rider, the Leader. Some interesting characters there. Then there was actually the newer team, which Hawkeye's taking over. So there's so many different Thunderbolt characters they could easily make it their own team. On the same way, the Young Avengers, they could do that. There was 2 full Young Avengers teams with some mixed match characters in between. So they could at least make a full deck of just those. But then that might be hard to continue on because they kind of stopped after that. Because they either quit being Avengers or they became full Avengers or went different ways. Alright, that's what we got for this video. Check out the rest. See you guys later. Bye.